Today I am recommending Forward Me Back to You by Mitali Perkins. This story is about two characters and the perspective switches back and forth between them from one chapter to another. So the first character is Kat, and she is a fierce young woman. She is a jujitsu champion. And one day when she is at school, a boy corners her in this dark hallway where no one else is and tries to assault her. And she's able to defend herself. But because she defends herself so well, he ends up injured, and no one really believes her story. And they say, oh, well, why should we believe, he looks like he's worse off than you are, so why should we believe that he's this dangerous person and that he tried to assault you? And so she ends up being a pariah at her school because this guy was actually really popular, and people say that she's lying and she's just trying to smear his name. And she, even though she physically survived the attack, just the idea that she could be attacked by someone else at her school like this, it really changes her whole world, and she is having difficulty getting along in school, and so her mom decides what she needs is a change of pace. So she sends her to live with a family friend. Now that family friend is part of a church that has a youth group that meets there, and she knows everyone there, and so she introduces Kat to this church youth group. And one of the other people in this youth group is Robin, also known as Ravi. He was adopted from an Indian orphanage by two wealthy white parents, and he loves them. He really does, but he still wants to know more about his past. He wants to know who his biological parents were. And so when a service trip is organized by the church for the summer that involves everyone going to India, he says, this is my opportunity because it's right in the same area of India that he was born in and that this orphanage is. So he thinks that he'll be able to go there and maybe find out some more about his past. And Kat really wants to go because this service trip is to help women who are victims of human trafficking in India. So these girls who have been through these horrible ordeals. And Kat says, maybe I will feel better about what I've been through if I can go to India and I can teach these girls how to defend themselves with jujitsu and just teach them a few basic self-defense moves. Now, the trip does not end up as either of them expected, but it does change their lives forever. And reading about both of those characters and all the other characters they meet along the way is really a moving story. And I think that if you enjoy reading about stories that take place in other cultures and reading about social justice and stories that really get to know the inside of a character's mind and heart really well, then you will enjoy Forward Me Back to You by Mitali Perkins.